How's it going, everybody? Welcome here to my channel, Oracle Rising. My name is Robin. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to talk about something today. I'm really excited to do this. I've talked about twin flames before. Lots of people talk about twin flames and how to recognize them. And I wanted to talk about how to recognize a false twin flame. You know, somebody that comes into your life and they seem like Mr. or Mrs. Right, and you know, you have a really strong attraction to them and whatnot, but they're maybe not for you, you know, so how do you tell the difference? And I've got a few points here to make, and then I also brought the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition. I'll pull some cards for you because I'm all about tarot cards. So false twin flame signals. So there are some positive and some negative things about a false twin flame. This is actually going to be a union that will help clear negative patterns, despite how inappropriate they could be for a relationship for you. So clearing negative patterns is always very helpful. It'll help you like clear the garbage out of your system and move on. But then this person is just not right for you in the long run. So let's pull a card for that. You know, it could be still a karmic destiny of a relationship, but they're not meant to put a ring on your finger. You know what I'm saying? So let's have a card from that for that. Okay, so I got the Four of Coins. So this gives the energy of being very nervous about the future, having to hang on to things very tightly and afraid to release them. So this person could actually help you clear all this nonsense from previous relationships or previous things in your life that you've been holding on to. But again, even though this person might be sent to clear something and help you out in the current present time, they're not meant to walk beside you for the rest of your life, even though it might feel like it. So a result of that is having sort of a constant nagging doubt about that person. You know, what are their intentions? You know, just something in the back of your mind. You could even be receiving messages and ignoring them and just having a battle of wills, you know. I want to recommend this movie that I watched, and it was hilarious. He's Just Not That Into You. And there's advice being given that shows how somebody is really interested and what they will do to make that known. So if you're having a constant nagging doubt about somebody, you really got to pay attention to that, you know. Your psychic abilities are trying to advise you, and you could be just squashing them down, especially if you have a really strong, lustful, physical attraction to somebody. Man, that feeling can really get in the way of what your brain is trying to tell you, what your guides are trying to tell you. So constant nagging doubt, will pull a card for that. So I pulled the Knight of Coins. So this could also be another draw. If this person is very well off and they offer to do things for you on a financial level, some people like to try to buy your love and do all these things that are perceived to be romantic, like take care of the bill and send you flowers, but it could all feel a little bit false. You know, it just seems a little bit off. So the Knight of Coins, and what I'm getting here too is that they could say to you that they're falling in love with you at an inappropriate time. You know, there is such a thing as love at first sight, but this person could really cause like a whirlwind of emotions in you, and it looks good. I mean, it looks like romance movie good, but it doesn't feel right. So be very careful about somebody that makes you feel off balance, especially with their generosity. Okay. Yeah, I found that one really interesting to pull that card. They make issues from the past surface quickly. So again, this person is being sent in to trigger you to a healing. And it's so much like somebody or a situation or romantic entanglement that you've been in before that your whole body recognizes it, your energy body, your mind, your heart, your soul, and it just rises up. It's like, it feels like something that you've been through already before. And even if you don't recognize it, because again, you could be swept up in this whirlwind romance or have an extreme physical reaction to it, to that person, you're not paying attention to the signs, again, because you want it to work out. And this is why people stay in relationships way too long. It's because they want it to work out. So it's good to recognize these triggers before you're really emotionally attached, you know? And there's a significant difference between a physical attraction and an emotional bond. So being able to decipher this at the beginning is going to be a lifesaver for you guys. So issues from the past surface quickly. Yep, we've got the Six of Cups. So a dredging up of an old energy. They could also remind you of somebody else that you messed up the relationship that was a really good person. They could have like physical attributes, or their voice could sound the same, or they could have a way of speaking or behaving that is reminiscent of somebody else. So, but it's all going to trigger things. So you have to watch out for that too. Issues from the past, like, and repeating behavior that you have allowed yourself to suffer through. Six of Cups is calling back an old energy, and maybe not something that you want to regurgitate or go through again, you know, that behavior. And we tend to keep on drawing in the same sort of person until you heal whatever is within you, okay? So if there are issues coming up from the past, you want to check those very quickly. Don't allow yourself to think that, oh, well, it's just the beginning, we're just getting to know each other. You know, maybe I'm misinterpreting. You're not misinterpreting, you're misleading yourself. So be very careful, you guys. This is a warning, okay? Especially if you've been single for a long time. So commitment fades in challenging times. You'll notice that this person, they just sort of ghost you. Oh, you're going through a tough time? I don't want to hear about it. That's okay. You can deal with that on your own. I'll be back when you sort that all out. You know, I don't think I love you, you know, sort of almost like a gaslighting behavior. You need somebody that is going to stick with you in all times, not just when it's convenient for them or when they think that, you know, things are smooth, things are looking good, you seem to have it together right now, so I'm going to hang out with you until the next challenge comes up in your life, okay? And that's not what you want from a partner. You want somebody that is going to be strong and supportive, okay? And you deserve it. So you have the 10 of Wands. So this does show a very challenging time, and it does look like there's an end in sight, but what is the point of being in a relationship if that person is not going to hold your hand until you cross the finish line of that challenging time? And life is a series of challenging times. So, like, you have to really pick wisely again. Like, who was here holding my hand? Who was here helping remove some of this burden that you feel? You know, this is such a red flag, you guys. People that just sort of vanish. Oh, you lost your job? Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. You know, oh, your pet passed away? Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm really busy. No, I can't go to that, you know, funeral. Somebody passed away. I just can't deal with it. People that are really interested in you as a person will want to support you and help you deal with whatever your challenge is. Okay, so this is a big one too. Feelings of anxiety and nervousness, all right? Wondering like, oh, are they going to phone me? Am I saying the right thing? Do I look okay? You know, if you're feeling like fat that day or whatever, are they going to say negative things about my body? Just, you know, just one thing after another, feeling completely off balance again. Somebody that really loves you, okay? and they will make time to call you or text you or tell you how beautiful you are, even if you just woken up looking like a troll. They're gonna because they love you, not just you. Okay, so feelings of anxiety and nervousness, and that is not what you want in a partner, that makes you feel like you're gonna say or do the wrong thing. So I've got the wheel card here for you, so it could turn forward, but this person could also make it turn backward for you. You know, you just got to this point where you feel like really confident about yourself, but then again, they're going to bring in these sociopathic type of gaslighting behaviors, and this is a way that people can get you hooked onto them, you know? When they say, oh, I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock, but then they don't call or text. And like everybody I know carries a cell phone around with them 24/7. There's just no excuse for not communicating, being by your side, sending you a text. This is the type of person that will show up 3 hours late and then blame you when you get upset. So be careful they're not allowing or pushing your wheel of progress to go backwards. They should be helping you stay calm and centered and valued and loved. Okay, so the right person will turn the wheel forward for you. The wrong person will turn it back. However, they may precede your spiritual awakening. Okay, so this happened to me, you guys. I dated somebody, my last serious relationship, and there were so many red flags, but I just ignored them. Okay, I was like, no, everything's gonna be okay. And there was a massive incident. Like, he was like very driven by temper. So the last incident, and I don't want to talk about it, it really cracked me open on my spiritual path. It did really precede my massive awakening. So there was that came out of it, but everything else, the fallout was just huge. But I guess he was put in my path to help precipitate the spiritual awakening. So you just got to be careful to like how far you let your emotions go with a person that is a false twin flame. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords here. This is very interesting because you could be trapped in your own thoughts. You could be in a prison of a lack of spirituality or in touch with who you are in the sort of grand scheme of things, and they're here to remove the Eight of Swords energy and let your star fly, you know? So I mean, there's going to be downfalls, but there's also going to be upswings to this person. But hopefully it won't be as dramatic as what happened with me, because man, that was a scene. So they provide false hope, and that could be in the sense of making all these plans when they first meet you, you know, just dropping sort of hints of what the future could hold, and saying things like marriage or children or retirement, and sort of no concrete basis, no plan to get there, and just really preying on your need as a individual and what it is that you hold dear to yourself. And these are done again with that sociopathic type of behavior, with the gaslighting. They're able to read what it is that you feel like you're lacking in yourself and just drop breadcrumbs. Okay, and that's a really common sort of dating catfishing behavior. You got to be really careful too if you're on any sort of dating app, you know. People just leaving little tiny crumbs. They're not giving you the whole slice. They're not giving you the whole sandwich. They're just giving you a little tiny, well, here you go. And it's not going to fill you up, but there's going to be another one if you behave properly, you know. So we have the Five of Wands here. So this is really urging you to choose your words carefully. When and how far to get yourself entangled. There's hearts here on either side of the Five of Wands. Wait for the perfect timing. If you hold back, emotionally, you'll be able to uncover negative behavior in a potential partner, and you'll see these negative twin flame indicators, and you'll know, oh, okay, well, it's really good that I didn't commit myself too deeply emotionally, because this person isn't willing to give me anything except for half-baked promises. Okay. What does my writing say? They are intimidated by your power. Okay. So they don't want you to be who you really are, right? They just want to make you feel less than them. They'll negate your accomplishments. They don't want you to succeed at all. They want to be the shining star. And again, this is narcissistic gaslighting behavior. Somebody that wants to be with you is going to promote you. They'll give you a firm platform to stand on. They will applaud you. They won't minimize you and say, oh, well, anybody could have done that. They won't look at your talent and be proud of it. They'll just go, oh, well, you kind of suck. You know, they'll say negative things so that you will subdue yourself, minimize yourself. And that is just a negative, like, run away from that behavior type of clue. Okay. So I'm going to pull one more card here. They are intimidated by your power. And you have the Knave of Coins. Okay, so this is really interesting because we saw the Knight of Coins. So this person is really holding on to things very closely. They don't want to feel your abundance, so they're going to hold theirs back. I'm going to pull one more card over top of that. So then you have the King of Wands. Okay, so he's asking you to take some action for yourself to get away from this person. You know, if somebody isn't proud of you, even if all you did was make it through the day and they don't say good job, if they say something really insulting and they're holding everything close to their chest and just bragging about themselves and putting you down or not acknowledging you, King of Wands wants you to get out of Dodge. So these are some really interesting points to illuminate a false twin flame so that you don't get yourself too emotionally entangled right away. You've got to protect yourself, you guys. Even if they seem like they fit the bill, time will tell. Like, nobody can keep up a false front forever. So just be very careful with your heart, you guys, and protect it like the jewel that it really is. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Take care. Bye.